All right, guys, I'm going to talk a little bit about packing and the importance of what I believe as I'm looking at how we do our picking, how important it is to get a really well established packing department going, tables, organization, cleanliness. But I mean, as you think at, we get an order that comes in, they see it through this ready to pick. You don't see it here because we don't have power supplies and crossovers in our current bill of materials right now of what we've uploaded into our pre-orders, but we will now basically be telling them they could have something that says 126 of these, zip ties, and out of these zip ties, 10 of them are going to power supplies and 15 of them are going to crossover builds. We'll be able to see where they're scanning it to in the whole 9 yards. Really awesome stuff. But understanding the reality of it is that we just need a packing area to, like, okay, you got 150 of these anchors, 10 of them might go here, 20 of them might go here, and then we got skids and gaylords they need to be distributed to. We got that weighing and scales and things like that. It's like, I don't want to trust that they think they know where exactly it's going from the time they scan it out. I think we really need to emphasize, look, perfecting one scan at a time. Like, finish the one scan, perfect it, get it to a science. One scan, boxed up, clean, on a packing table. The full amount is there. You don't necessarily know where it's going, but you just know that you have the full amount because you can see it turn green on the screen. It's all there in packing. I'll distribute it later. Just let me get it to the packing area nice and clean and tidied up. And so I think getting this packing thing down is going to be really, really critical. And I've worked really hard, and I think I got a pretty good science to it. So we're going to go through it a little bit. And I have these reports, crossover builds, current some of the videos that I've already did, but the packing right now is what you're going to see empty. It's completely empty. So we're going to do a bunch of scans and kind of just watch to see the behavior of it as we scan some stuff in. So I'm just going to pick some things, one, two, three, four, five, six, whatever. I'm going to say some elbows. I'm going to give 100 of them here. Always scanned out. The in and out, really important to understand. It's like we got to get into our, like, being here, that anything coming from a location that's going to be inbound, because you're going to have locations in inbound and outbound, same locations. Like, packing has a location in inbound and it has a location in outbound, because when we're sending it from inventory from a location like AO 3.1, we're sending it to packing. But we also, at some point, are going to be scanning it out of packing, just like we did inventory. So we're going to be scanning it out of packing, and we're going to be going to, like, conduit build. So real important that we, put the red letters out on the floor of how this is done. It's not confusing. It really is common sense, but we just need to make sure that all of our people understand what's going on. So in this situation, we're going to say we're coming out of S2F location, and we're going to go into packing. We're going to send 100 of them into packing. We don't know exactly where they're going. We know it's for this project. We know that because it says it on the screen. We know it's this part, but we're just going to send it to packing. We'll worry about which skid, and whether this many go here and there. So we're going to send 100 of them there, and I don't know what I'm grabbing, and I'm just doing, kind of whatevers, just so we can get some things moving. And I'm picking any location inbound, everything's going to packing at this point. No project, straights, 1,000 out. You can kind of see how fast. I mean, like, once you understand how this works, and slow it down, watch this video again and again if you need to. But it's pretty straightforward. Part, how many there are, it's going out. Which location did you grab it from? It's going to packing. And all right, let's see what that did here. So we're gonna come here and we're gonna refresh. All right, so you see that some scans already been made, um, and basically it's telling me, you know, there's one more filter I think I want to throw on this that I forgot. Explain it. It's basically to sum some things up. You're not going to see the difference here. I just forgot to add it up here. And this is just, I'll kind of explain it later. As of right now, I just scanned one thing at a time, and uh, it's got to be an and. It's going to go away. All right. So that just came on because the scan came in late. So it's basically telling you, okay, here's all the things I just scanned into packing. This is all in. Uh, this is a total of what's in packing. Nothing's been scanned out. These are the locations they came from. They're all sitting in packing, scanned out by me at this time. Um, and I'm going to go ahead just to show you why I did what I did with that little filter that I just added. I'm going to go ahead and basically this is going to be summed up, and I'll explain it to you in a second just so you understand what's going on. I'm going to take the project number or the same project number 12345, whatever that is, part number 0059. How many quantities do I have in there? I got 100 of them. I'm going to add another 100, so it should go to 200. Out, whatever it came from, who cares? Packing, and let me remember, what was it? 100 of them. What do I got here? 100. So it should come out to 200. Let me submit it. So what I believe you're going to see here is this is going to just get summed. There's not going to be a new line item. This is going to get summed up to 200. Let's just wait and see if that actually happens. You guys can only imagine. I'm dreaming numbers. I'm dreaming. Yep, it did. Summed it up to 200. I'm going to do one more thing before I explain what's going on here. Same part number. Or same project or different project number. Same part number 0059. How many do we have here? 200. I'm going to do 50. Out. Whatever. To packing. Sign it. Submit it. All right. So you notice that on this one it summed it up to 200. My last scan was 100. Summed it up and went to 200. But this next one, you're going to actually see a new line item come in here. It's not going to sum it up. It's going to just give you a new line item. Why is that? Same part, same sitting in the same area, but what I'm doing is I'm marrying up. I'm summing up all the scans that come in underneath to a particular. So there was multiple scans to this one, but this one was new because I'm summing them up to the project number. I want so it's looking at the part number, it's looking at where it's going, packing, and it's looking at the project number as well. So if I scan another new item of this part number to this project number, and it's sitting in packing, it's just going to sum it to this 200. It's going to say, oh, you did 10 more. I'm just going to say 210. But if I add a new project number to the equation, it's going to give me a new line item. And if I continue to scan things to that project, it'll sum that one up. But it's separating it out so that you don't get confused of what parts are sitting there for which project that it was scanned to. Like I want to be able to see that, and I think you do too. So anyway, that is that. But now I'm going to scan some things I'm going to scan some things out. So we see, okay, cool. We got 50. We got right now 250 total of this part. So it's not 500. It's 250 total. This is always a total that are sitting of this part in packing. Same thing here, 150 total sitting in. So this is summing up everything. It's always going to be a summed up amount of everything. It's not add these two together. It's always just that one field is summing up everything. But now I'm going to go ahead and scan. Um, sure, I'll take that project. What is it? 0059. And I'm going to scan. Um, I got 250 in there total. I'll do 150 out. So it should leave me 100 left out. And here's where I scan it out from. Now I'm sitting and packing, so that becomes, where am I going? Well, I want to go, I'm going to say I'm coming out of packing, which is now my inbound, and I'm going to the conduit build. I'm going to go ahead and sign that. Submit it. And I'm going to do the same thing again. Actually, no, I forgot which project number I scanned that to, so let's just wait and see. All right. See how that number went down? 150 out of packing. Where did it go? It went into conduit build. Signed, scanned by me at 12:30. Awesome. So this is, again, what am I looking at here? I'm looking at the packing area. I'm looking at, these are all parts in the packing area. The goal is like, we're looking at this. We see, if we see a plethora of parts in here, that's a concern. Like, what's going on over there? Like, you got things under control? We got to get this data. We don't want to see things in packing. We do want to see things in packing, but we don't want to see things in packing. You understand? So, like, it's a management that has to happen. So I got 150 of them sent to conduit build in this project number. I'm going to go ahead and do same thing. Project number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever. And I'm going to do a couple things. One, same part number, just because I want you to see. I'm going to just do 10 out packing because it's leaving packing and going to the conduit build. So let's try to guess what happens here. I sent 10. I'm sorry, quantity 11. Let's do 10. Easy number. So if you can kind of guess what's going to happen, it's leaving packing, going to conduit build, same project number. I think you're going to see it summed up over here. So it's going to go from 150 out to 160, and that number is going to go down to 90. That's what should happen. See if it does. What went through? I thought I changed it to. Maybe I missed a keystroke or something. Oh yeah, I did. I only scanned out 8. That was weird. Let's change it to 10. I thought I did 10. So I rewatched that video. So I just changed it to 10. Nice even number. All right. So 160 went down to 90. Um, Let me do 10 more just to practice that at. Um, this is kind of the practice that I'm hoping you guys will help out on too. Just to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Part number 059. I'm going to do the exact same, except I'm going to do 10 again, which should put that to 170. Whatever. Conduit build. Is it the same project number? Yep. Now I know I did 10 there. So I'm expecting to see, what is it, 170 and 80? Oh, see, I made a mistake. Going too fast. I went from location AO 2.3 instead of going to packing. I like my head went right to conduit build, and not packing. So that's what happened. Uh, Moving too fast. I'm glad you guys saw this. My location, I went from location AO 2.3. Oh no, I'm sorry. I went. Yeah, I want this to be conduit build. Um, the place I screwed up wasn't the outbound location, it was the inbound location. The inbound location, because it was leaving packing, um, I picked like a location like I was on the plant floor. So hopefully you understood what just happened there. So now it should go from, what was it, 160 to 170 and then 90 to 80. It's good for you guys to be seeing this. Not that any of all this craziness, something that I expect you to understand, but yep, 170 to 80. So again, the problem I had was I put an AO 3.2 right to conduit. So like nothing came to packing. It went right to conduit build. So it's not going to show up on this report. Nobody brought anything to me. So it's working. Um, the Let's see if there's anything else here. So you got, you know, I'll do. I don't think I need to do any more. I mean, you kind of saw it all up here. If I threw another anything, add it, no project number. We'll just grab a whole new part, circuit wire, 1000 out to packing. Oh, whoa, no, out from inbound location to packing. It'll eventually show up. I want to zero out this control wire pink. Oh, you know what? Here's what I'll do. So 170 to conduit build, it just keeps summing up under this one number, this part number. Let's just do a real quick test. Same part project number, 00059 out from packing. That's where I messed up before. Um, to power supply build. So the difference here is that 170 of these scanned out to conduit build. So what we're going to do is we're going to send um, 50 out of packing to power supply build, not conduit build. Same part number, same project. Um, what are we testing here? We're testing to see if it sums up to this 170 number, or is it going to give us a new line item? Because if it sums up to this number here, that's not good for us. We want to see a complete separation. It left packing and it went to conduit build. If you sum it up under here, I'm going to look at that and say, oh, did 300 go to conduit build or did so? What we're going to be looking at here is, does 50 get summed up to that 170, or does that 50 come in on its own line item because it's going to a whole new location, power supply build? So let's see. I'm guessing, because I did all the math, I did all the programming, that you're going to see a whole new line item with 50 in this column that brings this down to 30, right? 70, 170, yeah, 30. Um, and you're going to see power supply as its current location. That's what we better see. All the work I did. Hey, look at that. 50 of them out, same part number, same project, different location. So now from here, we're able to see, okay, cool. In packing, this is what I'm seeing. These number this column is the important one. It's starting to get smaller. That's great. I don't really have anything to compare it to right now. I'm just looking at this saying, okay, cool, we're going to power supply build, but I can also come to the power supply. Um, Now, this isn't going to tell me much because a lot of those parts and pieces that I grab are probably not even a part of a bill of materials for a power supply, so I'm not going to see it on the power supply kit. This is just everything that we've summed up from the pre-database um, automatically. If there was another project that had, right now this generic project has it, but if there was other projects that had it, we just keep, But if I'm throwing things to packing from packing to power supply, but it's not a part of a bill of materials, not something that they are expecting to see, they'd have this screen open like, wait, and if somebody comes to deliver, hey, we got 3,000 zip ties, they'd be like, zip ties? I don't have anything. First off, I didn't see you scanned anything for zip ties because we're not expecting any zip ties. Why would you send zip ties to us? It's not a part of our bill of materials. You understand? So the things that I have on packing going to these places are not things that, you know, go to a power supply build or a conduit build, and it's something they're not expecting. So that would be a red flag to us to be like, why are you sending all this stuff to conduit? And you know what I'm saying? There are some checks. This is telling us what's happening in packing, but you are going to have to go through and take a look at some other metrics to find out why they're sending 170 elbows to conduit build. There's no comparison we have here to see why they did it. We just see this is what they did. That's all we could see here. But it's pretty cool. Um, been playing around with it most of all today. Seems to be working. Go ahead, test it out. Try to break it. Um, but sign your name to it so that we can erase it because there's a lot in this database that I got to delete with all this monkeying around I'm doing. All right, enjoy the rest of your weekend, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.